Homelessness persists even after an encampment closes. And tonight, St. Paul leaders are seeing that play out. 3 weeks after the city cleared Pig's Eye Park, that closure is now affecting another encampment. We're also learning more about the help offered to those who were forced out. Here's Jessica.
When uprooting a community, having a plan is key, but sometimes the key doesn't fit the lock.
But based on what has happened, we're just going to have to retool.
Cedric Baker, St. Paul's assistant mayor, says when they closed the city's largest homeless encampment, most of them moved to Randolph encampment.
That's hard to hear just because I know that my understanding was we also invested some money and opened up shelter beds for folks.
The city transferred more than $1 million to the county to open up more bed space. Baker says they can only track 7 people who've used those beds.
We would have wanted more individuals to be in shelter space. That is one of the reasons why we brought it before you to move in that direction. That did not happen. So we do not believe that that was a success.
Baker estimates more than 100 people moved to a homeless encampment near Randolph Avenue, about 7 miles away. Before Pig's Eye closed, he says about 40 people lived there.
I think that the reasoning is because they're seeking safety, they're seeking connection, and they're seeking familiarity.
And closing that one will be harder.
Our response has to look a little bit different because we don't control all of the land.
He says it's also challenging to get there.
Recently, we had a birth at the site. It was a stillborn. Fire can attest to it. They tried to, and they did, get out there, but they had to get into a side-by-side gator because their trucks and their vehicles could not reach the person.
Baker says the area is prone to flooding and the soil is contaminated.
It seems like in many ways we're in a worse situation than we were in 6 weeks ago or 2 months ago, and that happened for a variety of reasons, many of which the city didn't intend.
He says another challenge is ensuring city and county employees are safe.
You got things where it almost feels like it's tactical guerrilla warfare that is happening on the site, where you are planting booby traps for people to step in and get hurt.
Baker says the city and county are working on a plan to approach Randolph. The city council just hopes this time the key will fit the lock.
If we are going to take an action, how do we make sure that we can measure the impact? And the impact is actually to accomplish that goal of getting people safer. I don't see here in this presentation how people got safer.
In St. Paul, Jessica Hart, KARE 11 News.
As of right now, there is no set date on when or even if they will close the Randolph encampment. We'll be right back.